So this is a decent economical work shoe, and it has some good things about it and some bad things about it. So the good things, has pretty good traction. Um, Also has a protective steel toe here, and it seems to hold up pretty well. The upper, I've been wearing this for, oh, I don't know how many months, but the uppers held up pretty well. The traction, there's a little bit of wear here, but the traction's held up pretty good. Uh, Now, the midsole here broke down pretty fast. So the cushioning that was in it when I bought the shoe pretty much went away in a short amount of time, because this is a conventional, looks like a conventional EVA foam midsole. Another downside is it can stress the plantar fascia in the arch. And you can see it only contacts the ground here and here, but doesn't contact the ground there. And also, well, if I pull out the insoles, you can see that it flexes. It flexes too much here in the midfoot. So without the insoles, I could feel pressure here in the heel and in the forefoot, the ball of the foot, but it felt like there was a gap here, and that wasn't good for my plantar fasciitis. So what I did is I combined two insoles. So this is a semi-rigid insole that provides support for the arch. And what I found is having an insole that's semi-rigid is better than a really rigid insole or a really soft insole. So finding that right balance, and then also finding an insole that fits pretty close to the shape of my foot. And this one conforms a little bit also because it's semi-rigid. So that supports the arch and helps with plantar fasciitis. But unfortunately, this insole doesn't have a whole lot of cushion. It's mostly a semi-rigid material. So to deal with shin splints, like from walking around on a concrete floor, I put a 1/4 inch of Poron, polyurethane foam, underneath the semi-rigid insole, and that is very, very cushy. That's like turning any pair of shoes into a pair of Hokas, basically. So I'll put a link to this in the description. Usually I don't use the 1/4 inch because that will stress the arch, but because I have this semi-rigid insole on top, I can get away with using that 1/4 inch. So combining these two, I'm able to prevent plantar fasciitis and shin splints at the same time, which is normally a very difficult thing to do, to be able to prevent both of those injuries. And in case you're wondering what the holes are here, the steel toe is not breathable and can cause athlete's foot. So I drilled some holes here in to get some ventilation, a little bit of ventilation, and I discussed that in another video. It requires a carbide bit and then some water to keep it cool. And you don't want to do that if you're going to be working around really heavy equipment and you need the full strength of this steel toe. But if you're working in like a light industrial area, and you might have something that weighs that much falling on your toe, or banging your toe against things, then the amount of weakening that causes is not significant enough to cause a problem. But the instructions for that are in a different YouTube video of mine.